Welcome to this afternoon's game at KC Municipal Stadium 1969-1972. Today, the Athletics will host the White Sox. The first place White Sox sit at 43-29. The fourth place Athletics own a 38-32 record. Chicago is 4-2 versus Kansas City this year. The temperature is 79 degrees. Under partly cloudy skies. The wind is blowing right to left at 10 miles per hour. We're ready to get started. Lou Krause Jr. will take mound for the Athletics. Lou has a record of 7 wins and 3 losses. With an earned run average of 2.73. In 79 innings he's given up 3 home runs. Krause Jr. is 5th in wins in the AL with 7. Here is Don Buford. He is 2nd in batting average at .321, 1st in stolen bases with 16, and 4th in runs scored with 48. The hitting streak is at 10 games for Buford. Krause Jr. goes into his wind-up. And delivers. Slider strike. .3-1 pitch coming up. Here it is. Inside, ball 4. From the stretch. The pitch. Half swing by Robinson. They appeal. No dice, Robinson is on with a walk. Buford to second. Krause Jr. now with 2 walks. Here's Norm Cash. He's hitting .240 this year. With 13 home runs and 45 runs batted in. Krause Jr. delivers. And Cash strikes out swinging. Lou Krause Jr. has recorded 50 Ks this season. The batter is Johnny Callison. The 0-1 pitch. Callison swings. Here's a ground ball. Toward short. Played cleanly by Campaneris. Good throw to second for 1. But no relay from Green. As Robinson slides in hard. And prevents the throw. Buford takes third. Here comes Earl Battey. Battey steps in with a .322 batting average. He is first in batting average at .322. The right-hander rocks. And fires. Swung on. Grounded. Wide of first. Gathered in by Harrelson. He'll rush to the base. And Battey is out. Side retired. The White Sox get nothing and leave 2. Taking the mound for the White Sox will be Fred Talbot. He has 2 wins and 2 losses with a 2.94 ERA. In 52 innings Fred has fanned 27. Here's per Campaneris. The Kansas City shortstop is batting .303. With 3 home runs and 25 runs batted in. He is second in stolen bases with 15. Talbot winds and fires. Letter high on the outside corner for a strike. Talbot peers in. Gets the sign. Fires. Swung on. Grounded toward short. Routine for Aparicio. The throw to first. And the throw is wide. Aparicio will be given an error. Campaneris will take second base. As the throw ends up in the seats. Here's Russ Snyder. The count is 1-2 on Snyder. Talbot toes the rubber. Has the sign. And now from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Snyder with the swing. Struck hard. Toward short. He extends. And it gets past Aparicio into left field. A wide turn around first. But Snyder pulls up. Over to third goes Campaneris. The next hitter is Ed Charles. .263 his batting average against Chicago. 5 hits in 19 at-bats. The pitch from the right-hander. Ball 4. And the bases are loaded. Snyder advances to second base. At the plate is Lou Johnson. He's hitting .251. With 12 home runs and 38 runs batted in. Batting .167 versus Chicago. Going 3 for 18. Talbot deals the 0-1 pitch. Johnson with a swing. And he hits it on the ground. Toward third. Picked up by McMillan. He goes to second for 1. Buford a quick turn. In time for the double play. Campaneris comes in to score. Taking third is Snyder. Here's Hector Lopez. 0-1 on Lopez. Talbot from the stretch. Checks Snyder. Kicks and deals. Lopez swings at it. Hard hit grounder. Past the pitcher. And it's into center field. Lopez makes a wide turn at first. But thinks better of it. Snyder scores on the play. Lopez with a run-scoring single. The score is 2-0, Athletics over the White Sox. Dick Green is up. He's batting .253. With 10 home runs and 35 runs batted in. Talbot from the stretch. He deals the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Side retired. The Athletics get 2 runs. The Athletics now lead Chicago 2-0. Luis Aparicio to lead off the second for Chicago. He's hitting .242. He is 5th in stolen bases with 10. The 1-strike pitch. Aparicio swings. Here's a hard ground ball. To the left side, toward short. Fielded by Campaneris. The throw to first. Retiring Aparicio for out number 1. Ken Berry steps to the plate. He's batting .287 this year. With 2 home runs and 20 RBI. Bases empty, 1 out. Krause Jr. checks the sign. Now he's got one he likes. The windup and the pitch. Berry swings. Line drive. Toward short right field. It'll drop in there for a hit. Now Roy McMillan. 1 on, 1 out. Krause Jr. is into his stretch. Checks the runner at first. Here's the pitch. McMillan swings. Driven hard. Out to deep left center field. Lopez is after it. But it sails just over his head. The ball skips to the wall. Berry hits third. Berry heading for home. He scores. McMillan knocks in 1 with a double. Roy McMillan has his 20th RBI. The score is 2-1, the Athletics in front. Here's Fred Talbot. The catcher Brian sets his target. Krause Jr. deals. Talbot strikes out on a fastball swinging. Krause Jr. notches his second strikeout. Don Buford digs in. Krause Jr. has the sign. The 2-2 delivery. Strike 3 called. That gives Lou Krause Jr. 3 strikeouts. And that's the inning. 1 run scores on 2 hits. Kansas City is in front now 2-1. Here's Billy Bryan. He's hitting .238 this year, with 9 home runs and 21 RBI. Hitting .250 against Chicago in 12 at-bats. 2-2 count. The wind-up, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Bryan down on strikes. It's Ken Harrelson up to bat. He's hitting .183 this year, with 7 home runs and 23 runs batted in. The 1-2 pitch, here it is. Down swinging he goes. Here's Lou Krause Jr. He's hitting .150 this year, with no home runs and 2 runs batted in. Talbot deals the 1-1. Swung on. Little looper. To right center. Battey moving in. And he reaches up to grab it. Side retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Athletics. The Athletics still leading 2-1. Floyd Robinson settles in. Krause Jr. walked him in the first. The catcher Bryan sets his target. Krause Jr. fires. Swung on. Curveball hit on the ground. Right side. There to field it Harrelson. He'll hurry to the base. And Robinson is retired. Here's Norm Cash. His first at-bat. He struck out versus Krause Jr. From the wind-up. The 1-2 from Krause Jr. Cash swings. Hit in the air. Down the line to deep left. Lopez is in pursuit. And he makes a leaping grab. Callison is ready to go. He grounded out to the shortstop Campaneris. Back in the first. Krause Jr. winds up. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Callison swings. Liner. To left. Lopez after it. And he has it for the out. That's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. The score is still 2-1, Athletics over the White Sox. Campaneris stands in. 0-1 on Campaneris. Talbot winds up. Here it comes. The swing. Driven on a line. Into left center. Battey has to hurry. But he can't get to it. It drops in for a base hit. That will bring up Russ Snyder. Going 1-for-1 so far. Runner on first with no 1 out. Talbot has the sign. Glances at Campaneris. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Floated. Out toward shallow left. In on it Robinson. And Robinson with the catch. 1 out in the home third. Talbot from the stretch. The pitch. Campaneris takes off for second. Fastball, strike 1. Battey throws down. The tag, safe. Campaneris pilfers second base. Campaneris is 16 for 23 in stolen bases this season. The right-handed batting Charles is next. Full count. The stretch, the pitch. Swung on. Fly ball. Toward deep left center. Robinson goes back. Lunging. But it just eludes his reach. The ball skips to the fence. Campaneris scores. Robinson has it. The relay. Charles slides. And he's safe. A 2-bagger for Charles. Charles brings home one with a double. The score is now 3-1, Athletics. The hitter is Johnson. Grounded out McMillan to first, his last time up. Talbot rocks and fires. Swing by Johnson. Here's a grounder. Left side. Played cleanly by McMillan. The throw to first. And Johnson will be retired. Hector Lopez comes up to bat. He's 1 for 1 in the game. Talbot with the delivery. Lopez with the swing. Sent in the air. Out to left center field. Ranging over is Robinson. And he pulls it down. That does it in the third. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. A runner left on. The Athletics improve their lead to 3-1. Battey settles in. He was a ground ball out. Back in the first inning. The payoff pitch. Swung on. He grounds it sharply. Right side. Gathered in by Harrelson. He tosses the ball to Krause Jr. at first. And Earl is out. Luis Aparicio digs in. Krause Jr. has struck out 3, walked 2. The windup, the pitch. Aparicio swings. Line to center for a base hit. Johnson plays it on a hop, juggles it. But gets it under control. From the stretch. 1-0 pitch. Aparicio takes off. Fastball low, 2-0. Bryan to Green. And he's safe. Aparicio got a great jump. Aparicio has now stolen 11 bases this season. Battey is up to bat. With runners in scoring position. He has 13 hits in 54 at-bats. Battey waits on the 3-2. Here it is. Battey swings. Beat on the ground. Right side. Harrelson collects it. He'll hustle to the base. And Battey is retired. Taking third is Aparicio. Stepping in is Roy McMillan. He knocked in 1 with a double his last at-bat. From the stretch. A 1 offering. Swung on. Bouncer. To the left side of the diamond. Campanera snares it. The throw to first. And McMillan is out. That's the inning. The White Sox get a hit but nothing else. The Athletics still hold the lead 3-1. Dick Green stands at the plate. He's 0 for 1 so far this game. A 1 on Green. Wind up by Talbot. Here's his pitch. Green swings. Hit hard on the ground. In the hole, left side. And it gets through. Big turn. But Green will hold at first. Now Bryan comes up. He was a strikeout victim in the second. The stretch. The 3-2. Bryan swings. Hit well. Down the line to deep left. Robinson running hard. At the warning track. Robinson leaps at full extension. But it's just over his glove. That UPS his home run total to 10. How far did it go? 385 feet. The Athletics increase their lead. It's 5-1. Getting set to hit is Harrelson. The pitch. Swung on. Hot ground ball. Right side. Cash snags it. He'll race to the base. And Harrelson is out. Next up is Lou Krause Jr. He's 0 for 1. Talbot delivers. Krause Jr. swings. Slap to the right side. Cash fields it. He throws over to Talbot at first. And the batter Krause Jr. is out. Here's for Campaneras. Bases empty, 2 out. Talbot winds and fires. Campaneras swings. High pop fly. Turning foul, left side. McMillan may have a play. Giving chase is McMillan. And he has it. That retires the side. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors. and nobody left on. Kansas City extends their lead. The score is now 5-1, Athletics. Fred Talbot is set to hit. Krause Jr. throws the 2-2. Struck him out with a fastball. That will bring up Buford. Don so far is 0 for 1. Krause Jr. brings it. Buford swings. Hard hit ground ball. Through the box. Fielded by the second baseman Green. The throw to first. And Buford is thrown out by Green. Stepping in is Robinson. Here's the pitch. Robinson swings. Bounce down to Harrelson. He picks it up. And gently steps on the bag for the out. That retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for Chicago. The score is 5-1, Athletics over the White Sox. Set to hit is Russ Snyder. Talbot serves up the 0-2. Strike 3 swinging. Got him with the slider. Ed Charles steps in. Doubled off Talbot in the third. 1-1 pitch coming. Swung on. Driven. Out to deep right center. Callison back on it. But he can't get a glove on it. It's down, bouncing to the track. Ed rounds first. Callison collects it. Buford with the relay. Charles slides. And he's safe. It'll be a double for Charles. Lou Johnson steps in. The pitch. Swung on. Ground ball. First base side. Cash gloves it. He tosses to Talbot covering the bag. And that retires Johnson. To third goes Charles. The batter up is Hector Lopez. Battey sets the target. The pitch. Swung on. Ground ball. Right side. Cash gathers it. He'll take it unassisted. And Lopez is out. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. A runner left on base. The Athletics lead the White Sox, 5-1. Cash steps in to face Krause Jr. Last time up he flied out to Lopez. Making him 0 for 2. A count of 1-2 on Cash. The wind-up, the pitch. Strike 3 called. Stormin Norman is gone. Here's Callison. The 1-2. The swing. Weak ground ball. To the first base side. Harrelson charges it. The light toss to Krause Jr. covering first. And he's safe. Callison gets an infield single. Battey hitting next. Earl is 0 for 2. From the stretch. A 1 pitch. Battey with a swing. Struck on the ground. Toward the hole, left side. Charles up with it. He tosses it to Green for 1. But a good slide eliminates the relay throw. Set to hit is Luis Aparicio. 1 for 2 at the plate. Chicago has a runner on first with 2 down. The stretch, the pitch. Aparicio with a swing. Hit in the air. To shallow left. Lopez on the move. And reaching up he catches it. That retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. A runner left on. The Athletics still have the lead, 5-1. Pitch on the way from Talbot. Green swings at it. Here's a fly ball. Down the line to deep right. It's drifting toward the seats. Callison chasing after it. But this one heads foul. The leadoff hitter for Kansas City is Dick Green. The count is 1-2. From the windup. Talbot kicks and fires. Down he goes on a fastball. Up to bat is Brian. He hit his 10th home run of the season. Back in the 4th inning. In comes the pitch to Brian. Brian hacks at it. Hit on a line. Toward short center. It's in there, a base hit for Brian. And now Ken Harrelson will hit. He's hitless in this contest. Check of the runner. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Lou Krause Jr. due up next. Talbot to the plate. Struck him out. Krause Jr. chased one out of the zone. The 6th inning's over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. A man left on. Athletics lead the White Sox, 5-1. Battey is up. He singled and also scored a run. Krause Jr. delivers. Battey swings. Slow dribbler to Krause Jr. He makes the throw in plenty of time to nail Battey. Score at 1-3, Krause Jr. to Harrelson. Up next, it's Roy McMillan. Back in the 4th inning. He grounded out to the shortstop. Overall he's 1 for 2. None on, 1 out. From the windup. Krause Jr. deals. Swung on. Laced in the air. To the gap in deep right center. Johnson is in pursuit. But this one's over his head. The ball bounces to the fence. McMillan with the turn at first. Johnson picks the ball up. The relay from Green. McMillan slides. And he easily beats the throw. McMillan has an extra base hit, a double. The right-handed batting Fred Talbot hits next. 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. McMillan stands at second with 1 out. Krause Jr. gets the sign. From the stretch. The pitch. Talbot swings. Fly ball. To center. Johnson angling after it. And he hauls it in. Here comes Buford. He's gone 0 for 2. Krause Jr. with a 2-1 count on the Chicago second baseman. Krause Jr. at the ready. The pitch. Swung on. Hit hot. On the infield, left side. Charles is on the move. And he reels it in. That's all for Chicago in the 7th. Nothing on 1 base hit for Chicago. The score remains 5-1 in favor of the Athletics. Time now for the home fans to get up and stretch. First batter up is Campaneris. 0-1 the count to Campaneris. And here's the pitch. Campaneris swings. Hit hot. To deep center. Battey tracking it. And he hauls it in. Here comes Russ Snyder. So far, 1 for 3. The pitch. The swing. Hit in the air. Toward right center field. Callison hustles toward it. And he reaches to make the grab. And Charles due up now. Batting with the bases empty. He hit a double in the 5th. Athletics 5 White Sox 1. With 2 men out for Kansas City. Here in the 7th. From the windup. The pitch from Talbot. Swung on. Hit in the air. To shallow left center. Charging hard is Robinson. Battey goes after it too. But Robinson takes charge. And he makes a running catch. That does it for Kansas City in the 7th. The Athletics are set down in order. The Athletics still out in front, 5-1. First batter up is Floyd Robinson. He's been up 3 times and hitless. 0-1 on the way. Swung on. Ball put up in the air. Toward deep center field. Hustling Johnson. And he brings it down. Norm Cash steps in. The right-hander deals. Away. Cash lays off and draws the walk. That's 3 walks now by Lou Krause Jr. Johnny Callison gets ready to hit. The runner at first takes his lead with 1 out. Check of the runner. The pitch. Swing by Callison. A high fly ball. Down the line into deep left. Lopez races for it. Near the track. And he makes a leaping catch. Next, it's Earl Battey, the catcher. He's yet to collect a hit. From the stretch. 1-0 offering. Battey with a swing. Line shot. Into left. Lopez on the move. And he makes the catch. That's the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 walk. A runner left on. The score remains 5-1, Athletics. Here's Lou Johnson. The count is 3-0. Talbot taking his time. Studying the target. Here's the windup and the pitch. Ball 4. And Johnson walks on 4 pitches. Next up is Hector Lopez. He's had a 1-for-3 game so far. From the stretch. The pitch. Swung on. Fastball hit on the ground. Past Buford for a base hit. Johnson advances to second base. Johnson is around second and going for third. Callison with the ball. The throw to third. Johnson with the slide. And he's safe. The right-handed batting green stands in. Today he's 1-for-3. No balls, 1 strike to Green. Talbot the long hold. Now the pitch. Swung on. Grounder. Left side in the hole. Aparicio dives, and has it. On his feet. The throw to Buford at second. But Buford muffs it. That lapse in concentration will cost him an error. Buford commits his 6th error at second base. Johnson crosses the plate. Taking second is Lopez. Substitution. Now pitching for Chicago right-hander Barry Latman. Opponents have hit .232 against him. Now Billy Bryan. From the stretch. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at a curveball for strike 3. That will bring up Harrelson. Up to bat in the 6th. With the runner on first. He struck out. Latman stares in. Gets the sign. The 0-2 pitch. At the knees with a fastball. Hawk is a strikeout victim. Ken Harrelson fans for the 3rd time. Tough game. Here's the Athletics number 9 hitter Lou Krause Jr. 0-for-3. The pitch from Latman. Swing and a miss. Krause Jr. cut through a curveball out of the strike zone. Barry Latman strikes out the side. The 8th is over. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error. 2 runners left on. The Athletics stretch their lead to 6-1. If the White Sox plan to stage a furious comeback, it'll have to start with Aparicio, who bats now. 1-for-3 to this point. Here comes the 1-2. Aparicio swings. Bye-bye baseball. A mammoth home run. That was home run number 5 for Luis Aparicio. That home run measured 447 feet. The White Sox draw closer. The score is 6-2. Barry the batter. Ken in the game is 1-for-3. From the windup. Krause Jr. offers. Barry swings. Struck hard. Carrying to deep left. Lopez races back. But it's out of here. Barry goes deep. But it may be too little, too late for the White Sox. Back-to-back jacks for the White Sox. 433 feet on the home run. The score is now 6-3, Athletics still leading. The batter is the third baseman Roy McMillan. 2 for 3. With a double in the 7th. Here's the windup. And the pitch. Swung on. Curveball hit in the air. Into deep center. Johnson goes after it. And he pulls it in. Substitution. Romano hitting. .360 his average as a pinch hitter. 1-1 count. Kraus Jr. cranks and throws. Swung on. Ground ball. 1, 2, 3 bounces out to Campaneris. He sends it to first to retire Romano. Don Buford is up to bat. He's 0 for 3. 0-1 the count to Buford. And here's the pitch. Buford swings. Sent in the air. Toward the gap in deep left center. Lopez is back on it. And he brings it in. Ball game over. The Athletics finish off Chicago, 6-3.